Hello. So I think we're on week number 8 for Make with Jae. Today I'm recording our kind of intro for the week, and my theme, I thought, everything can change, everything's in flux all the time, would be color, because color is so important for emotional expression. There's so many different ways to look at color, including chakra systems and what's happening in our bodies. And we also have color associations that we were kind of handed to even in the womb at birth, and then moving through life. We have associations with things because we've had experiences with certain things that have a color. Doesn't just apply to colors, it can apply to smell. Like the smell of apple cinnamon tea always reminds me of this experience at camp I had in the fall. But color also has associations. So our theme for this week is color, and I have a few different activities we can do. I also chose color because I changed my hair color this week. I originally walked in wanting blue. I'm going into my blue season. This Picasso blue season. Maybe fall is blue for Jae, right? And it might still be. I'm wearing navy and denim, and that lamp and that vase, that's my grandfather's, is blue. So there's definitely a blue thing happening, but in terms of hair, I was kind of tucked out of the blue hair and back into pink. So here we are, pink. And so for today, I wanted to talk a little bit about two things. One has been about speaking your truth and being your authentic self. And 2 is about color association. So that's a little less heavy. Recently, I applied for a job. I had some great interviews, and I got to a place where I spoke with the hiring manager, and she asked me what would make this job ideal for me. So I said, I already thoroughly read the job description, made notes on it. I'm always very prepared for interviews. I can ace them if I want to. However, acing an interview may make me squeeze into a box that is not my authentic self. So this is where I'm at. I'm in this middle place. So I answered honestly, but kind of in a safe way, 2 things that I thought would be ideal. And even in my verbal question and answer, she was like, that's not what's happening here. We don't have XYZ, but really great to talk to you. Also ended on a very promising note, I hope that you'll come in and see the space in person. That's the next step in the interview process. So I felt okay, I spoke my truth. I asked for what I needed, which one thing was to have an art room, because I really believe that doing art therapy, even just art, you need to make space for that. It needs to be elevated. It needs to be safe. And so I really would like an art room or a studio to work in with my clients and with whatever organization I work with, because I think it's as you know, if you've been following along, environment is really important to me. And so I asked for that, and that's not part of this job description. However, it seemed like we could maneuver things, we could kind of negotiate that. All to say, after that, she said, so send me anything else that might be ideal, bullet points of what if things come to you. So I did. I sent a thank you, and then I added a couple more. And they were really pretty profound, hitting home authentic self, being my best version of an art therapist that I can be self, bullet points. And after I sent it, I had this sinking feeling. And I realized that the reason is because if I'm rejected for this position, that sucks. I mean, nobody likes rejection. But also, I'm rejected because I showed my authentic self and I asked for what I needed. I also know that I'm very good at fitting into a mold. So if someone asks me to do something or be something, I can do it. However, at what expense? So this morning I heard that I did not get the job, basically because what I asked for was not a fit for the description. And I am processing that because I feel like how many of us try to please other people in order to get approval and in the process sacrifice our authentic self and our needs and our wants, and being seen and like valued for what we can bring to the world. There was an image shared by Micaela Ezra on Instagram this morning that really stood out to me. It's part of the Gabby Bernstein deck. As I got that message that I did not receive the job, I also saw this, which said, "I accept the gifts I've been given as a high service to the world." And it's kind of a great reminder that our specific gifts, they're here for a reason. And if we dim them, if we change them, if we move them around, then we're no longer being our authentic self, and we're not able to actually serve the world in the way that we need to. And it doesn't feel that great inside either. The other thing is that I really want to continue to try and build a private practice. I haven't really dove into it yet. So this morning I tried to take like professional photos of myself. They turned out awkward and weird. I wore a blouse. I set up the tripod. I put like a plant next to me. And after I went through it for a little bit, I'm like, I look so stiff and weird and uncomfortable. It was another reminder, like, I have to do this work in my most authentic way. So I changed because I like quit the photo shoot possibility. I was like, I'm done with that for today. And I changed into my most comfortable, authentic self, put on sandals, and I feel so much better. Whoever wants to work with me is going to work with me because they want me authentically as an art therapist, as an artist, as a creative person, as someone who understands emotions and the body and how it works together, and also as a lifelong learner. Like, I'm somebody that will constantly be honing my skills because I want to learn for myself, and I also want to be able to serve whatever population I'm working with in the best way that I can. I'm also a human, and so there are times when things are not going to jive, but I do believe in spirit, and I believe that there are reasons that we come across one another's paths. Sometimes you're going to teach me, and sometimes I'm going to teach you, and sometimes we're going to grow together. Most definitely we're both going to grow together if you're going to choose to work with me. And so I have to just be that and create an environment and an expression of myself that reflects that on my website for my private practice, and not try and fit into some other mold that I am not, to be honest. And so those are my like processing around authentic self. And then as we move into color, today I would love to ask the question, like, what associations do you have with different colors? And so for a very long time I had an aversion to pink because it was kind of expected of me as a girl that I would like pink. And so I loved green growing up, and I wouldn't even wear pink. And then in the same sense, I had an aversion to red, especially because there's this, even like cars, dresses, like the word sexy is often attached with the color red. I have my own history of trauma in terms of sexuality, and so I did not love red. It's been interesting as I do my own work in healing to be able to, like kind of test out a few things a little bit more, maybe I'll wear this pink thing, or maybe I'll wear this red dress. Ooh, it's a little scary, but I'm gonna do it and just see how I feel, and kind of stay in my body when I'm in the red dress, and really hone into your feelings and give yourself what you need. So what's been interesting is that throughout the years, I've actually been really, really, really drawn to pink as an adult. And I think part of that is giving myself permission to connect with my inner child and let go of the association and just like it because I like it. So the world and culture will give you associations for things, and then you can decide what you want to do with them. I went through a pink phase. I'm still clearly in a pink phase. And then I went through a violet phase. And now I thought I was going into blue, but apparently I'm not. But maybe I am. My question for you is, what colors are standing out for you right now? And we're going to continue to kind of explore this as we move through the week, because there might be a reason why it's standing out. And what colors do you associate things with? So if it's pink as being feminine, if it is red as being sexy, and even just less charged words, like if it's blue as feeling calm, or water, right? I would love if you could just make a list and maybe share out a few things in the comments below about color and association. And then we'll kind of refer to that list throughout the week and maybe even do an art directive around color and associations to colors. So, welcome to week 8. Our theme is color for Make with J Mornings. I look forward to hearing from you this week and seeing what colorful things you come up with.